You're here because you're sick of the pep talks and motivational videos. We bring you the tools and resources you can apply in the real world in a no-nonsense environment filled with people like you. The builders, creators, doers, and disruptors to energize your hustle. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Set the Tone Sunday. I'm Christian.
I'm Zach.
This is your weekly source of inspiration and motivation. Today, we got a special guest for you. We got a guy by the name of Zac Dixon. So we have an interview for you guys. Now, Zac is a man of many hats. Just to name a few, Zac is the founder of Millionaire Mindset Academy. He is a peak performance coach. He is a motivational speaker, and he is a YouTuber, and all around just great guy. So without further ado, we're going to welcome Mr. Zac Dixon. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little about yourself, Zac.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for welcoming me. First of all, pretty much what I do this for and what I kind of do is I've grown a business around something that I truly love, and I help other people grow a business around something that they truly love. Because the truth of the matter is everyone I talk to is great in their own way, and everyone has a greatness inside of them, but most people don't see that. You know, the most people I talk to on a daily basis, I know there's a burning desire inside for something more. And what I do is I help people find what that is and create what that is. And the way to do that is everyone already knows what they want. And most people that are listening to this are like, oh, but I don't. I already know you do. The only reason someone wouldn't know what they want is because they go through school. We've got two sides of the brain. We've got left side of the brain and we've got right side of the brain. Left side of the brain is all about analyzing everything. We analyze things. Where the right side of the brain is all about the creative imagination. It's the imagination, right? And the imagination has everything that you already know and want inside. So for instance, if you want to visualize something and you want to see something inside your mind, your third eye, that's like you're feeling it. But most people don't know what they want. Like if I asked you two right now, where are you going to be 12 months from now? What would you say?
We're going to be freaking pushing out Set the Tone Sundays and speaking, man. That's what we're trying to do.
100%.
Yeah, and that's what that's 100%. But if I asked most people that question, and I did in 2016, no one had a clue about that answer.
Right.
And that's why they lose confidence with themselves, because they don't know where they're going to go. But I was talking about before, most people don't know what they want. I remember I went out into the Melbourne city, and I proved this to myself. I went out into the Melbourne city, and I said, I'm going to do breakthroughs on everyone that I can. Like anyone that I see, I'm just going to help someone. I'm going to go out for like 3 hours in Melbourne City. I'm just going to go up to people and I'm just going to be like, hey, do you want a free breakthrough? I'll give you a transformation. And I went out there, and crazy enough, I went out there and I saw this woman. She was about 18 years old. And I said, hey, where are you going to be 12 months from now? She's like, I don't know what I want. I'm confused. That's where most people are at when they're about 18, 19 years old. When you're 18, 19 years old. Their parents come up. You have to know something. You have to know. Like, choose. We've got to go to uni. We've got to go to university. We've got to go to college. Pressure. So what is someone that doesn't know specifically what they want, or maybe they do, but they're like, oh, my mum and dad aren't going to approve. So what am I going to? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'll just go to uni and do this doctor degree that I don't want to do. Right. That's what most people do.
Yes.
What I always say is when someone's confused, it's just a lack of clarity that they have. When someone's confused, if someone ever says, I'm confused, I don't feel, they've just got a lack of clarity.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. But then what I say is, I don't be their mum. And I said to this woman, I'm like this, do you know what? I know you don't know what you want to do. I know what you don't want. We don't need to know. And I kind of built rapport with her that way. But then I just said, if you did know what you wanted to do, what's kind of like your dream? Like if we were just throwing it out on a piece of paper, on a wall, like we're throwing mud at a wall, what do you want to do? I want to travel and I want to vlog. And I'm like, she just told me what she wanted. What would stop you from doing that right now? See, I took the pressure off. What could you do? Throw it out there.
Right.
Ask yourself that question. Anyone that's listening, ask yourself, you don't know what you want. Ask yourself, like, what could you do? What are your passions? What do you enjoy doing? And then throw them out on a piece of paper, and some things are going to come out. Some things are going to come out and they'll say this. And I said, what would stop you from doing that? She said, I couldn't say that to my parents. My parents wouldn't understand. Yeah, but that's what she wants to do. I know a lot of people that make a lot of money, have a successful business, traveling and vlogging. Lots of people who do that. So it's just like whatever you want to do, realize the world that we're in right now, go on the computer, build an online course. There's so many ways to do it. And all you got to do is stay consistent with content.
100%.
And all you got to do is shine your freaking light. What do you want to do? And just give that to the world. Yeah. But so that's kind of what I do. I help people get clear on their visions, find out what's holding them back, and then setting up daily rituals on how to better themselves, because I already know people are already playing at 20% of their ability. And most people don't know what they want. They got all these limitations and they never do rituals. I even talk to coaches, man, like really, really good coaches. And I say, cool, man, what's your morning ritual? And they're like, I don't do one. And I'm like, no wonder you're confused. No wonder you're not grateful about your life. So it's always that important to start your morning in a beautiful state. And obviously, I hope that answers this question. So I help someone in a peak performance way to find out what they want and clear up what's holding them back so they can live their authentic self.
I love that, man. You know what, man? I just appreciate just the fire. So for those of you guys tuning in, Zac Dixon is a man of fiery and passion. You know, I was consuming a lot of your content today, Zac, just to kind of prep for this interview. And, man, the word that stuck out to me was warrior, man. You really are a warrior. And just to sum up everything you said, peak performance is what you do. You took the first question that I was going to throw at you, which was, why is it important to know where you're going? And why is that important? And then how do you do it? You pretty much knocked it out of the park. So, man, I'm just going to hop right into my second question, which is a perfect segue. Describe a day in your life, man. Describe to me your daily routine. What is it that what's the engine behind all that motivation that we see just pouring out of you, man?
Cool. So pretty much the like even I appreciate you guys putting me on here. Like, I'm really appreciative of obviously being able to share this, and I appreciate what you said. The thing that I just want to go over before I go into the day was the reason most people don't know what they want is because they don't believe. Like, first of all, if I ask someone, what do they want? They don't believe. What's the point in writing it down? Because they believe they won't manifest it. Being writing it down. Because if I wrote it down, they're just like, I don't want to do that. And what's the second thing? People aren't disciplined. Like, even 3 years ago, I knew all this stuff. I went to all the seminars. I went to all those things. But even though they were saying, write down what you want, like, write it down, get clear. And I'm like, I still was like, I don't have the discipline to do it. People don't even have the discipline to eat healthy, let alone write their goals down. You know, and write their goals down in an inspired state, not a state of like, oh, I hope this happens. It's just like, I know this is going to happen. It's just like if I have a phone right now, if I drop this phone, do I hope it's going to hit the ground? Do I believe it will, or do I know it will?
Right.
I know it's going to hit the ground. I know it. That's why when I write goals down, I'm like, I know this is going to happen. And I've got that energy that's going through my pen.
I love it,
I'm
man.
like, I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, I'm going to do this. I feel it. I know it. Because I write it down from that energetic place, I manifest it. Because we're going to go into law of attraction later on. But my daily practice, man, is I go to the gym at about 5 a.m. in the morning. It's just like my thing. I've always went to the gym. I've done like powerlifting and bodybuilding and accomplished things in that. I always start the day off with the gym. I love the gym. If I'm feeling it, I usually run home. But then I go straight into a sound meditation. And I go into a sound meditation. So when I get home, we've got all these different sounds that we can make. People can meditate just like relaxing, but meditation for me transformed my life. Number one, because it's manifested more into my life than it ever has before. It's because I'm making the sound of creation. What do mothers make when they're birthing their child? It's birthing a new creation into the world. And what they've created in Buddhism, what they've created in all of the religions, I'm not religious myself, but in all the religions, Buddhism, you know, listen to it. Buddha, Krishna, Tao, all of the ancient practices believed in this sound. If you make the sound of creation, I'll show you guys in a sec. If you make the sound of creation while you think of an idea, whatever's accompanied with that sound will manifest. Everything in the last year is probably 10x in everything in my life. You know, I manifested my dream partner. I manifested my business skyrocketed. A lot of followers, and it was all because I set intentions and I visualized them. What do I mean? I wake up in the morning and I do for 20 minutes.
Zac,
I close my eyes and
could you do us a favor? You broke out there for a second. Could you just tell the audience again and us as well what you've manifested? Because I think that that's important that we know that.
Yeah, cool. So I'll give you a perfect example. I remember in December, I was setting an intention because everything was thriving in my life. I felt like the one thing that was missing was a relationship. And if anyone's out there, I know deep down, this is what I go over in my program as well, which I'm going over later. But the one thing that I realize is most people want love. And if you're out there and you're single, you can use the vehicle of business to find love, but that's the wrong vehicle. Most people go, if I succeed enough, then someone's going to find me attractive. Where I say, you're already attractive. Go find that first. And I can promise you, when you find that ideal partner, you'll manifest your dream business.
I love that.
So you're already enough. You're already enough now. And when you think that you're not enough and you need to get vehicles, because then I have $1 million, will you love me now? What are you going to go out on a date and say, I've got $1 million? An inauthentic way of saying, I'm only my money.
It's internal, man. You're exactly right. You know, that brings me to actually a good one. So, you know, I was checking out some of your videos today, man. It seems like you equate confidence to self-love. So on this note of love, what say you to, like, give me some practical advice for someone who struggles in the area of self-love? What are some ways that they can manifest that love and start looking internally instead of externally for their value?
Cool. Yeah, 100%. So the first thing is, for instance, just from my experience, remember everything's just my experience. The way I could help someone with that is you have to realize inside that you're 400 million to 1 and you show up already. That's the baseline. 400 million sperm and you've just showed up. You've already won the race against 400 million people. You're already good enough. Second step is, if you want to approve and accept yourself fully, which I know a lot of entrepreneurs don't, thinking is, you know, if I get enough, then I'm enough. I mean, I'm like, screw that shit. So what? You're going to waste 10 years of your life being insecure? Screw that shit. Be freaking secure now. Own who the F you are and just go out there and own it. But I would say rituals. Rituals make you love yourself. What do I mean? If I clean my teeth once, I'm going to get cavities. I'm going to have yellow teeth. If I say to myself in the mirror, I love you once, I'm still going to have a shitty mindset and I'm going to hate myself. What I get people to do in my program is I look at the insecurities. I get them to write down their insecurities. And then I get them to do an affirmation every single morning from an authentic place as a ritual and say to themselves, I love my big nose. Like, if they have a big nose, I love my nose. I love my, like, because that makes them them. And you can't base yourself on one insecurity that you have. You got to base yourself on the whole ideal person that you are. And you're so much more than a freaking insecurity. Who gives a shit? We all got insecurities.
So true.
But you got to own those. You got to own that shit. If you think anyone out there doesn't have an insecurity, you're kidding yourself. What, do you really think that person, I'm really in love with this person, but she's hotter than me or he's hotter than me, and like I've got this thing and she wouldn't like me because I don't like my teeth. She doesn't know about your teeth. She doesn't care about your teeth. Yeah? Like, the truth of the matter is, like, think about it. We're in our own bubble and we see the world through our own eyes. Everyone's a star in their own movie. I'm the star in my own movie. Zach's the star in his own movie. You're all the star in your own movie.
Yep.
But what we think is everyone else looks at us as the star. But honestly, everyone else is the star in their own movie. So what Susie thinks about when we're out is you're probably thinking, oh, Susie's not looking at me because, you know, I'm probably not attractive. She doesn't know anything, but she's probably thinking, oh, is this guy looking at me? I don't know. She's doing the same game as you are.
I hear you. It sounds like we're not only just the star of our own movies, we're the star, the director, and the editor. And
we're the extras, to be honest.
And the extras,
when you put it that way, we're all just extras.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing. We're all extras. We're all extras. Like, some are supporting cast.
Right.
You know, you've got your husband, you got your wife, they're supporting extras. But everyone's a movie extra in your movie. So all you can do is realize, when I walk out into the city, no one's looking at me. No one's judging me. That's me judging myself.
Okay.
If you ever think someone's judging you, it's a reflection of you judging yourself.
100%.
So I don't, and I love that. That was a great point. I want to make sure that we bring it back to the routine, though, because I think it's very important. I know Great Minds Nation is going to definitely want to hear how you conduct your day. Because you did talk about the affirmations.
We moved. I wanted to go back to that. Yeah, for sure. So pretty much what I've manifested, first of all, before I go into that, what I've manifested through this sound meditation, and this was all through a sound meditation. What I've manifested is my ultimate relationship. I've manifested probably a 10x in my income. I've grown my business, and yeah, everything's taken up. I've got speaking gigs for it, and it's all about doing this sound of birthing. Remember, a new idea. But the way I do it is I sit up, and all I do is close my eyes, and I think and feel of what I want to manifest. So anyone out there that wants just like, hey, I don't have money to like get a coach or whatever it is, I would say this: do a sound meditation for 30 days. So close your eyes and fully like take a deep breath in. Focus on one intention, like I want a new job, I want a business startup, I want more money, I want a dream relationship. Think and feel what that relationship would feel like. You want the end result when you're visualizing. So what I do is I feel it. So I'll give you an example if you guys can watch me, if you're listening in, just obviously you can hear in, but I'll focus on this. This is my feeling. I'll go, And then I'll feel. See, I'm celebrating what I have. I'm celebrating. It's like, how would I feel if I had it now? Yes, I love this. And I keep doing that repeatedly. I feel in life, like if you guys do that, like if you trial that for 30 days, anyone listening, you trial that for 30 days, set your alarm for 20 minutes, do that sound. And when you let the sound out, focus and feel. How would you feel? What would your face look like if you had your ideal life? And you'd be like, oh my God, I'd feel like this. I'd do this. Oh my God, I can't believe I have it. And I remember I did this. And I remember I did this with like a relationship. I said, you know what? I'm sick of, I keep attracting what I got in the past. And I wanted to find what I wanted because every other area of my life I defined. But most people that are single don't even know what they want. And then they complain about, oh, but I can't, but this relationship didn't work out because you didn't define what you wanted. You keep getting what you got in the past. You're going into the future looking into the rearview mirror. You're going to crash. You're going to keep attracting the same shit over and over again until you decide to say. And then I remember I got me and my person at the time, he was like a hypnosis person. I was with him. I'm like, I'm going to set an intention. I'm going to manifest this as fast as possible. And I just said, like, I got inspired. I put some piano music on. I started writing down my ideal relationship, like down to the T. And I'm like, I can't believe it's manifested, because that's the key to this. When you write down a goal, you have to feel what it would feel like to manifest it. It's not when you wait until you have like the successful podcast, not till you wait. It's like, it's freaking successful now.
Feel it already.
Yeah. And then I wrote it down, and then I set the intention, and then we did a hypnosis practice to install it in my mind, to feel it and experience it. And then I set the intention. So there's 3 things you need to manifest anything. The first thing is you need to know what you want. Second thing is you need to do a meditation practice to install it in your mind. The third key is you need to live like it's already happened. I made a commitment to myself. This was December the 4th. December the 4th, I've even got the recording on my phone of the whole entire process. There's a recording on my phone. It's the 4th of December. And then I said to myself, I'm going to live like it's already happened fully. And I remember one of my friends was like, do you want to go to the gym with me? And I said, nah, I can't. He's just like, oh, why not? And I'm like, oh, I'm hanging out with my partner tonight. I didn't have a partner at the time. But I bought into it so much that I'm like, I do. No, I do. Because that's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. When money's coming in, you feel abundant, and then you attract more abundance. And that's why people are broke. They stay broke because they're in scarcity, and they're like, oh, I'm feeling scarcity. More scarcity, more scarcity. Law of attraction is whatever you feel now is what you experience more of. And I bought into the story that I manifested my dream partner for 17 days. The 17th day, I remember a coincidence happened. I was going out on a date with someone, and I was really excited. I was really attracted to this person. An hour before the date, she says, I can't go on the date. But I believe with a principle, and I always believe, if something doesn't go your way, you have to celebrate every outcome, especially the negative. Because if I had been like, oh, that means I'm not good enough, that means I've started to stress, and then no opportunities will happen for me. But every single time something doesn't go my way, I say, Zach, live by what you preach. And I go like this, it's not meant to be. Universe, it's not meant to be. Oh, an hour later, I found my dream partner. I'm with her, and obviously I'm in a relationship with her. She's everything down to the T. Down to the T. That same day, that hour after. If I had went on that date, I wouldn't have manifested it. So what I'm saying to you is you have to trust. If something doesn't go your way, you have to trust that it will. Shit's not going to go your way in life. You can't go outside and say, stop being windy. The universe doesn't give a shit. The only thing that you control is you.
So true. It's so true, man. It's powerful.
You can only control you, and things aren't going to go your way. And do you know what? When someone goes on a date, it mightn't be the right date, but you know, all you can do is detach from outcome and enjoy you.
Detach from the outcome.
Enjoy expressing, enjoy you. You can only control that. I can't control if she's attracted or he's attracted to me. The only thing I can control is I'm going to have a phenomenal time, and I'm going to live and be happy. Because the one thing I know is people love happy people.
They do.
If I'm happy, people want to be around me. If I'm like this, hey guys, like I have this thing. They're like, this guy's depressing. Turn this shit off. But people are attracted to energy and excitement. So that's what I start my morning with. Straight after that, I go into a process for 5 minutes where I do push-ups and sit-ups, and I scream with intensity exactly what I want. So I would say like this, I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I'm so happy and grateful now that every cell in my body is dancing and cleansing in perfect harmony with the law of vibration. Every single day I'm falling more and more in love with my partner. I'm saying this over and over again. Not like this. I'm so happy and grateful now. No, expression.
Passion. Okay.
Not depression.
Okay. I like that, man.
So if you say to yourself, I'm happy. But if you say, I'm happy, I overdo it to make my brain, my neurons, and my physiology and neurology to connect together. Because you are what you say every day. If I say to myself, I'm sad, I don't know. It's emotion still. And so I'm sad. Emotion connects beliefs. So if I say to myself with energy and aliveness, I'm amazing, I'm strong, I'm passionate, yes, and I'm feeling it with emotion, beliefs. Beliefs only get created from emotion. Remember that. They only get created from emotion.
I like that. So you seem to, so just to recap here, you wake up at 5, you hit the gym, you do meditations, you do sound meditations, and then you do your affirmations with push-ups and sit-ups attached. You seem to be adding like a different element within. So we do meditation, but doing it with sounds, a different element, doing the push-ups and calisthenics along with the affirmations. You're doing a mental change, and also there's a physiological change. Is there like a method behind that?
Yeah, cool. So the reason I do it, I'm just going to go into another room. Can you hear that in the background?
Yeah. What is that?
Can you hear that noise?
Yeah.
I'll go into another room. Cool. So the reason behind it would be, and the reason I do it, okay. The biggest reason that yeah, cool. So behind the the energy behind it is when you do something physical with your body, I visualize that I'm breaking through something. Because the thing is, when I'm pushing ups, I want to stop, right? We all want to stop, just like in business. I want to stop because it's getting too hard, but I push through it and I say it even when it's hard, and I visualize I'm still getting through that thing today. I've got to do that webinar today. I've got to do that. I'm getting through it. And I associate to it with energy, obviously through physiology, and also I do it with neurology, which I'm speaking it with intensity. And by doing those two things, I'm connecting them both together. The reason, when you're moving your body, emotions come out. So when I do push-ups, my emotions are triggering up. Because most people have limiting beliefs, but they were born from a place of emotion. So someone didn't get along with their mom or their dad, but it was emotion. My mom called me ugly when I was younger. Yeah, but that was emotion. She called you that, and then you got emotional, and then you believe and chose to believe that that's who I am.
Right.
So
does that make sense?
Yeah. Let me ask you something then too. So for somebody who's just starting out, because I think that our Great Minds Nation is a bunch of ambitious people, and we're sharing new ideas and new ways of thinking. For somebody who's just starting out, how would you coach somebody to approach even like the affirmations?
Cool. I've done this plenty of times. So the first thing I would say is, number one, for any new person coming out and struggling, just like, I don't know what I want and I'm just confusing and it's overwhelming for me. This stuff is just hard to stay consistent with. I'd say start off with something small. You start off with 5 minutes of meditation. You start off with affirmations. And yeah, you probably realize you're like, oh, but Zac, you're expressive. You're all this. But the truth of the matter is, I didn't start that way. I started the way of like, oh, is everyone watching me? I'm confident. And I started there. But once I started doing it and started doing it consistently over and over again, in 6 weeks' time or 12 weeks' time, you're expressing fully because it's becoming a part of who you are now. It's becoming normal. If you do something too much all the time, it becomes normal for you. So start off with, what are some affirmations that I want to say to myself? I'm not confident though. Start saying to yourself, I'm confident. I remember I was talking to a client and they were saying, I can't speak in front of a crowd. I can't go on a Facebook Live. And I'm like, that's cool. Start saying to yourself, I'm the best speaker in the world. And they're like, what? I said, start saying to yourself over and over again, I'm the best speaker in the world. And they said it so much that in 30 days' time, I talked to them. I'm like, hey, you're doing Facebook Lives and you're crushing it. You can't do that kind of stuff. And he's like, yeah, but I'm the best speaker in the world. He starts to believe it because whatever you say with consistency, you believe. Even if it's positive or it's negative, you'll believe it consistently. So that's what, if you're starting out something new and you're like, I'm not confident, just start saying it and you'll believe it.
I love it, man. Repetition is the father of learning. You're right. Over and over.
Absolutely, man.
Consistency.
Yeah. So we've gotten somebody to buy in. They've taken the step. They're doing the affirmations. What's the next part of your ritual for the day?
Cool. So we've done the meditation. We've done, and then it's visualization. Straight after that, I walk around speaking out loud everything that I have. So it's just, I was up this morning and I was up on the balcony part and I was saying over and over again what you have. I was just like, I live and breathe where I am 1 year from now. So you're asking yourself, where are you 1 year from now? And then you say, I'm speaking in front of a stage. I can't believe I'm speaking in front of a stage. And I go on a rant about everything that I see. So my eyes are closed, but I'm walking around with my eyes closed saying, I can't believe, we're traveling here. I can see the place. And I'm saying it and feeling it, because I want all of my vision and I want all of my sound and I want all of my feeling to associate so much to this vision, because you attract what emotions are tied to it. So if I feel every single morning that I'm already in Hawaii, I'm already traveling around the world speaking, I will start getting opportunities naturally doing that, because I'm sending that energy out. It's the law of attraction. If I jump up in the air, I have to come down. That's the law of gravity.
Right.
The law of attraction is the law of the universe. Whatever you focus on with energy and emotion, you'll attract into your life. So it's getting clear and using emotion. So I speak out loud and go on a rant. That helps me on videos. You probably say, Zach, you talk like you just freaking keep talking. I wasn't always like this. It comes from the frame of me on closing my eyes saying, yeah, I'm here. And then I feel like I'm in front of a seminar room and I'll say, thank you guys for coming out right now. And like, I'm feeling like I'm there. I act as if it's happened. And because I act as if it's happened, it happens.
So it's interesting that you say that. Christian and I talk about that a lot, how little kids will, you know, even like if you're playing sports in the driveway, they might be like 3, 2, 1, and they envision themselves shooting the last second shot. It's like, it's not the real game, but they're actually going through the motions of doing it. And it's, to your point, it's connecting the neurological part to the physical side of things and actually making you feel like you've done it before.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, let's really think about it. Really, like, I love what you said. Like, let's really think about it. Everything that you want is just a feeling, right? You want a car because what's that car going to give you? Ask yourself whatever you want. What's it going to give you? You want to be successful? Cool. You want to feel successful. You don't want to be successful. You want to feel successful.
Right.
So I always say to people, like, cool, you want the money. What's the money going to give you? It's going to give me security. It's going to give me freedom. It's going to allow me to do anything that I want. Can you not do anything that you want right now? Can you jump up in the air? Can you smile? You can always do these things. Why don't you do them now? Oh, but, and then they've got rules around it saying, no, but I've got to be able to pay for my parents are traveling around the world, and all these rules around it, where it's just like, the more you can feel like what you want has already happened, the more you'll get it. The more you try to attach to what you want, the more you'll push it away. It's just like if you put your fist up right now and I put my fist up, I'm like, I want it. What do you naturally do? You push back. And I didn't tell you to push back. I don't want it so bad. But as soon as you say, do you know what? I let go. I love. I'm just going to feel it right now. Just connect together. Just connect fully together, and then you'll manifest more. Whatever you want, I would ask yourself, anyone out there, if you want to be successful, start feeling now that you're successful. Live through that identity, and ideas and things will start showing up because you're living at that vibration. The vibration you're at is what you attract. If you're living down here and you're asking for $1 million, you ain't going to get it. But if you start living like the person that's deserving of $1 million, like living, breathing, talking, communicating, shaking people's hands, you're at that vibration. The only thing that you can attract is what's on that vibration, which is the $1 million.
I love the point you just touched on, and I don't want to derail too much. So let's touch on this just a sliver, and then let's get back into the routine. But how do you coach? So, okay, all right, Zach, that's great. How do I act like a millionaire? Do you ever get that question?
Yeah, absolutely. Good question. Good question. I would say you don't know what it feels like to be a millionaire. What are your perceptions of a millionaire? You could say, how would, like, think about someone that you know is a millionaire. Oh, I know this person. Cool. Close your eyes. Like, if you're there right now, close your eyes. I want you to imagine you're stepping into that person. How would that person, because the thing is, with our mind, we can do anything. How does that person walk? What does he say out loud? I can do it. Oh, really? What else does he say out loud? Oh, everything's easy. Money's easy. Money flows. Say it louder. Money's amazing. Start being that, and then say, open your eyes. There you are. Your identity can change, and your self-image can change so fast when you close your eyes. Feel like, ask yourself, what would it feel like to be a millionaire? What would I say out loud? What do I see? How do I feel? And then straight away when you get out of that, it's just like close your eyes. I could do it right now. How would I feel? Yeah, I'd be like talking aloud. Yes, I can do it. Yes. Open my eyes. I'm living it. Now, that's all it takes. Everyone wants the complexity. Everyone wants like I know it's more complex than that. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're trying to think it couldn't be that easy. Well, have you tried it? Have you honestly, truly tried it, or have you tried it once and you didn't get results after an hour and then you quit? Try it for 30 days and see what changes. I guarantee opportunities will start coming into your life. Yeah.
I love that. So walk us through. So we've done the meditation with the sound. We've done the affirmations. We've jumped right into visualizations. We felt like that millionaire, that person that we want to be. We felt success. Take us to the next step of your day.
And then the last part is I always say out loud. I'm not a believer in God or anything, but I say I trust that this day will be amazing. I trust within myself that this day will be amazing, and I go, I trust that this day will be amazing, and I just give it all and I let go. Whatever's meant to happen is going to happen, and I trust that it's all going to work out. Because think about it, we all need trust in our life. And you don't trust, like if you don't trust, you have nothing to trust with. It's just like, oh my God, I'm going to be in my head all the time. But if you just say, do you know what? I'm giving it to you right now. I feel everything that I want, and now I'm going to detach from the outcome. I don't care what happens today, but I trust that it's all going to work out. And that's the end. That's the morning ritual for me.
That's timely for me. I don't know about you, but I love that. Yeah, putting faith in the process.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely.
So we've jumped in, and then is there anything else to the routine? I want to make sure that we cover everything there.
Yeah, no, well, that's the thing. I do the same. I do at night. I do the sound meditation as well, but that's more of not the but the Om sound, and that's kind of the frame. I'm a big believer in the sound because what it's created for me. But yeah, there's plenty of resource, and if anyone's listening, they want a recording of it, I got plenty of recordings for free. So just hit these guys up, and I can send it through to them. So
post a link.
Put it in the link below. I can send it through, and you can put in the link and just trial it. The biggest thing is trial it for 30 days. Let go of all doubt of if it's going to manifest or not, and see what shows up. I can promise you some magic will start showing up. I remember I done this challenge with a few people, and then they started seeing different people. You know, they manifested partners, and they did it, and they didn't invest anything. All they invested is their time and their belief.
Right, 100%. I like that, man. Okay, so what about, so it's one thing to have that energy and that feeling and to be motivated in the moment. How do you cultivate that energy and that feeling the next day when the time after in which the sentiment was made or the wish was made, that feeling's gone? Like, what happens then?
It's the importance of everything's not going to go your way, but there's no negative or positive emotions. They're all just emotions. You have to have both. I can't feel amazingly happy without feeling amazingly sad.
Right.
You know, like there has to be an opposite to everything that you feel. When people feel depressed, they feel like they're going to last forever. But winter doesn't follow winter. You know, there has to be something that's after that, which is spring and then summer, and then you go back around. What if you looked at like sadness or depression as a learning curve and saying it's something to learn from? And when you're happy, it's just like, I'm going to enjoy while I'm happy, but I know there's going to be an opposite. There has to be. But I'm just going to be here and now. But the truth of the matter is I'm not always motivated all the time. I don't want to sometimes do things, and I feel that way. But it's just asking yourself, like the standard that I live at, I will force through it, even if I don't want to do it. If I don't want to do it, I still will do it because it's my ritual.
Gotcha.
And sometimes sometimes I don't want to do the morning ritual, but I have that standard, and it's just like, I have to find the way. I have to do it, even if I feel like shit, even if I'm tired. Like, how badly do I want to manifest this? How badly do I want to look after me? Would I wake up in the morning and not clean my teeth? Then why would I not tell myself how great I am every day?
Right.
Yeah. So it's not a cultivation. It's just consistency. The reason like I've got rituals and energy is because I do these rituals. If I didn't, I wouldn't have this energy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not magic. It's not like, oh, you were gifted with that. No, it's not gifted. It's just rituals. That's all it is. So if you're looking at someone who's like, he can talk and stuff, you can too. I'm just a part of you that you haven't seen yet. You just got to do rituals.
Right. So I guess what I'm getting at with the question is, what would you say is like the key to your consistency?
Key to my consistency is I know what I want.
Gotcha.
I know. And if you don't know why would you get up in the morning and do a ritual if you don't know what you want?
Exactly.
There's no inspiration to it. It's just like I'm going to Hawaii in 2 weeks' time, but if I think about Hawaii right now, I'm excited. Like, I'm really excited and I'm enjoying right now. What if you attach that same excitement to a year from now, I'm going to be on a stage speaking to, 1,000 people. It doesn't matter what happens right now. It doesn't matter if I fail. It doesn't matter if I get rejected, because in a year's time, I'm going to be where I want to be. So I'm excited for it. So what Arnold Schwarzenegger said, once he got clear on his vision, he could enjoy right now and he could be confident. Confidence comes from vision. If you don't have a vision, you're going to lack confidence because there's no direction. Confusion. I don't know. Certainty. I know where I'm going. Yeah.
I love it, man. Yeah. Spitting that heat and so authentic, man. So real, so powerful.
Well, just one quick thing that I want to ask, and then we try to, so because we're millennials, we try to keep it short and sweet for our following, but just could you touch briefly on cultivating that vision, just real quickly, because I know that's definitely, it's almost like knowing your why. But I'm curious to understand your perspective on that.
Cool. So my belief is always everyone knows already what they want. You got to know that, because if I didn't believe that, then I couldn't help anyone. So I already believe that. So the first thing is you got two sides of the brain I was going over before, left side, right side. Left side's analyzer. So the analyzer says, I can't do it. The analyzer says, like, I don't know if you can do that. Should I do that? Should I not? The right side of the brain is the imagination. When you're setting up a vision for your life, you have to use your imagination. But no one uses it because you go through school. You go through your entire life through school, and you're not allowed to use your imagination. It's all analyzer. I got 60% on a test. How do I get better? I got to get 80%. You got to do more work. You're not using any imagination. You can't mark imagination, creativity. If I did an art piece and I gave it in, it could look sexy to me. It could look shit to someone else. You know, it's what it looks like to you. It's your imagination can't get marked, and everyone has an imagination. So it's asking yourself, and I always get people, I take them through a visualization process, and I get them to feel grateful first, to get out of their head and into their heart. And then I asked, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want in your relationships? What do you want in your career? What do you want? And then they say, oh, if anything that you could have was just perfectly, there was no resistance, what would you say? And then they start saying this. And then they start writing up this big page because they're trusting whatever they're writing out. There's no like left side of the brain saying, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do it. What about mom? What about dad? What about blah, 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 blah. So you get yourself to silence your left brain, trust the right side of the brain, you write it down, you visualize it, and then you write it down on a piece of paper, and then you get clear, and then you put it on vision boards. I got vision boards up here, if you can see. I got a big amount of vision boards. I got a vision wall. It's a vision wall that you can see, not a board, a wall, because I want to see it when I meditate. I'm like, oh, sweet, oh yeah, cool, I got a visualization. But when I'm here, it's already happening because your subconscious mind's got so much information coming in at once. And I know that's important to me. So even though I'm not consciously aware of it, it's still focusing on it. Yeah.
I love that. So Great Minds Nation, we've cultivated the belief. Zac, drop one last bomb on us, man. What is your biggest piece of advice that you would give to somebody watching this video right now who isn't satisfied with where they are in their life and know that they can give more but don't know where to start?
Cool. First thing is the most important thing that I have to always live by. There's two things. The first thing is you have to trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself and love yourself, you're not going to get anywhere in life. You're just going to be resistant to everything, and there's going to be a lot of conflicts in every area of your life. So that's the first thing. So it's all about trusting you, not anyone else, and it's coming back to being you as well. Second thing is you have to get clear. Like if you're stuck right now and you're confused right now, you have to get clear on what you want. The only way to do that is to do these visualizations, is to ask yourself the question and have the discipline enough to sit down and write it down. And you might be stuck right now. You might be saying, but Zac, I don't know. What if it doesn't happen? Well, it doesn't happen. But it's not going to happen anyway if you don't write it down. At least you have something.
At least you tried.
Yeah. And I can tell you, your confidence is based on your self-worth, and confidence is based on your clarity. Like if you don't know where you're going, there's no compelling future forward, you're going to feel like shit. And that's the truth. I don't care what you take. I don't care if you enjoy. You're like, I'm all about the now. Well, cool. You're all about the now, but you're always going to be anxious about the future.
Love that, man.
Get clear on it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They get clear. That's the first thing. 2016, I went around and asked everyone about that same question. Where are you going to be 12 months from now? No one knew. And I'm saying right now, I'm telling you right now, if you're listening, if you don't know the answer to that question, you're going to fall into the place of getting to 70 or 80 years old, never defining what you wanted. And you had a choice. Maybe you're 20 years old right now. Go through another 20 years, not getting clear. See how far you get. But I can promise you, when you get clear, you'll manifest everything that you truly deserve if you live through that identity and you be the best you.
I love that, man. So many jewels here. Very, very powerful messages. Zac, just real quick, tell people how they can find you.
Yeah, cool. I'd first of all I do a lot of content through Instagram, so look up Zac Dixon Coaching. If you guys can put a link up. Also, I got a YouTube, which is Zac Dixon Coaching. I just got a new program that I've just launched. It goes through all of these things. It's just an 8-week program called the MillionaireMindsetAcademy.com. Just check it out there. And just doing you guys a favor. If anyone says they came through you, I'll drop off $500 off the price. So yeah, pretty much.
Let's go, Great Minds Nation. Thank you.
Yeah, but they've got to say what was that? They got to tell me. They've obviously got to tell me. There's just not saying they come through you. But what's your biggest learning from this? What's your biggest learning been from this conversation with us? So they got to watch it. They got to watch this whole thing as well. Yeah, so I'll do that as a favor. But that's my program. I've based it into all areas of life. There's like goes through peak performance, it goes through vision, it goes through what's holding you back, goes through rituals, it goes through relationships, it goes through 4 levels of consciousness, law of attraction, it goes through money, and it goes through action. And you get held accountable from me through the whole entire program. And yeah, it's a boot camp. If you want courage and you want to transform your life, I dare you to go through this. And yeah, that's the gift that I want to give you guys. So thanks you guys for sharing. And yeah, I'll wipe out $500 for anyone that comes to you guys.
Love that.
Well, Great Minds Nation, you just heard it first from Zac Dixon, the man, the myth, the legend out in Melbourne, Australia.
Warrior.
Dude, you dropped some serious gold nuggets today. For anybody listening, I really hope, and to you, man, we are forever grateful that you came on here. Very much so looking forward to staying in contact moving forward. To our followers, Great Mind Nation, we're going to be dropping Set the Tone Sunday every Sunday until the day we die with content like this and people that are just as cool as this guy. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Stay amazing, everyone. Talk to you soon.